Hi guys, for today's assignment we're going to go ahead and work on the Snare Etude. We're going to go from beginning to measure 9. Alright, beginning to measure 9, we're going to stop at the downbeat of measure 9. I'm going to explain some of it real quick. We're going to take it at 55 beats per minute just so that we can understand every rhythm that's on the page. What I would want you guys to do is mark your page with the counts that you're struggling with. What I did, I made sure to mark the 1s and 3s, most of it, for the most part, as you can see at the beginning, right? Remember that we're not counting this in 4/4, we're more counting it in 8/8, right? So every 8th note is going to get a beat. So I also added that count right there, that rest, as beat 1, so that we remember to say 2 and not 3 on that beat, okay? So what I'm going to do for you guys, I'm going to go ahead and count it for you guys slowly. And what I would like you guys to do is repeat it after me so that you're able to understand the counting. And then when we transfer to our playing, then it should transfer smoothly. Okay? So we're going to start at 55 beats per minute. Here's the metronome. These are 8th notes. Alright, so as you see right now, there's a dotted 8th note at the very beginning. Remember, we are not in 4/4, we're in 8/8. So you would take off the beam that's on the bottom. So instead of a dotted 8th note, you would count it as a dotted quarter note. So it would be 1 and a 3. Okay? 1 and a 3. So those 32nd notes, if you take that and divide by 2, there are our 16th notes. So 32nd notes are 16th notes. 16th notes are now 8th notes. And 8th notes are now quarter notes. Okay? So here we go. I'm going to count from beginning to measure 9. If you can try to follow with me after you've marked your music. So that means pressing pause on this video and you're going to mark your music on the counts, on the important counts. Do so. As you're counting with me, if you make a mistake, stop the video and then circle those notes or write the adjustment, right? So if you said a wrong number, make sure to mark the right number so that you're repeatedly fixing your mistakes. Okay, so here we go from the beginning. And 1, 2, ready, and go. 1 and a 3, and a 1 and 2 and 3, and a 1 and 1 and a 2 and a 3. 1, 2 lolly, 3 lolly, 4, and a 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and a 1, and a 3, 4 and a 2, and a 4 and a 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 lolly, 2 lolly, 3 lolly, 4 lolly, 1 and a 2 and a 3. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and 4 and a 1 and a 2 and 3 and a 4 and a 1 and 1. And we end on forte. The tricky measures for me is measure 4. Look at measure 4 real quick. At measure 4, the trickiest part is knowing how long to wait on those 16th rests, right? So you got 1 and a 3, 4 and a 2. You would think there's a bigger weight there, and there's not. Okay, 1 and a 3, 4 and a 2. Okay, so make sure you don't miss that one, and then you finish it. 1 and a 3, 4 and a 2 and a 4 and a 1. You wanna make sure to wait for that click to start the end of 4 and a 1. As you noticed, all the rolls, I've made them into triplets so that we're able to vocalize them better. All right. So as you see, measure 6, you go 1 lolly, 2 lolly, 3 lolly, 4 lolly, 1, and that's how you would count measure 6 on the rolls. All right. Same with measure 3. Look at measure 3. We have an 8th note, which is now a quarter note, right? So we got 1, 2 to start off with. So then on the quarter note, we got triplets, right? So we got 1, 2 lolly, 3 lolly, stop. 1, 2 lolly, 3 lolly, 4. Okay, so that's how you would count measure 3. The other tricky measure is measure 7, right? If you look at measure 7, this is the one you will probably even have to take it slower than 55, right? So you got 1 and a 2 and a 3 and 4 and a stop, and then just try to do that first half so you're able to understand that measure, right? You're gonna start with the right hand. It's gonna be right, left, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, right. It's gonna be repeated very heavy on the right hand, so the right hand is just doing 8th notes. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and. Okay, so let's count that first half again. 1, 2, ready and go. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and 4 and a stop. 1 E and a 2 and a 3 E and 4 E and a stop. Okay, so that's the first half. Once you practice that a few times, listen to the recording, push it back a little bit, make sure you understand that rhythm. Here's the second half. 1, 2, ready, go. 1 and a 2 E and 3 E and a 4 E and a 1. Let's try that again. And 1, 2, ready and go. 1 and a 2 E and 3 E and a 4 E and a 1. Alright, so once you're able to do them in parts, right, in 2 different parts, go ahead and put them together as 1. Alright, so we're going to do the whole measure just counting. Ready? And 1, 2, ready, go. 1 E and a 2 and a 3 E and 4 E and a 1 and a 2 E and 3 E and a 4 E and a 1. And make sure you add a very small crescendo towards that very end. Okay? So the next step would be to go ahead and count it out loud and airplay it. Okay? So you would do that step by just airplaying with your sticks and then counting it out loud. Okay? So that's what we're going to do. So we got this tempo. We got 1 and a 3, right? Here we go. And 1, 2, and ready, and go. 1 and a 3, and a 1 and 2 and 3, and a 1 and 1 and a 2 and a 3. 1, 2 lolly, 3 lolly, 4, and a 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and a 1, and a 3, 4 E and a 2, and a 4 E and a 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 lolly, 2 lolly, 3 lolly, 4 lolly, 1 and a 2 E and a 3. 1 E and a 2 and a 3 E and 4 E and a 1 and a 2 E and 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 and 1. Alright? What you're going to notice is that your hands are going to want to do something different than what you're saying. And that's the certain sections that you're going to want to pay attention to. Right? If your hands don't do the exact same thing that what you said, then you want to make sure that you stop the metronome. You just practice real quick on some of the measures that you're having a little bit of issues with the synchrony between your hands and your voice. Okay? Once you combine those together, you're going to be able to play it a lot easier and a lot faster than just trying to make the mistake over and over and trying to make that adjustment. All right. So then the next step, now that we've counted and airplayed, now we're going to go ahead and count and play. Just count and play. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, ready, and go. And a 3, and a 1 and 2 and 3, and a 1 and 1 and a 2 and a 3. 1, 2 lolly, 3 lolly, 4, and a 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and a 1, and a 3, 4 and a 2, and a 4 and a 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 lolly, 2 lolly, 3 lolly, 4 lolly, 1 and a 2 and a 3. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and 4 and a 1 and a 2 and 3 and a 4 and a 1 and 1. Alright. So we're done with counting and playing, right? The last thing I want you guys to do is internalize the counting, right? So now you're going to go ahead and play it without counting out loud, but you're still going to be counting in your head, right? So that when you're performing this, you're not having to have your voice being heard by someone else, okay? You can mouth it like a whisper, right? But make sure that it's not heard by anybody else, just you, okay? So here it is, just playing and internalizing the rhythms that are on the page, right? 1, 2, ready, go. I'm going to stop it. I have a scammed phone call that was given to me. One more time. I apologize for that, right? One more time. 1, 2, ready, and go. And that's it. That's beginning to measure 9. If you have any questions, go ahead and send me a message, and I'll go ahead and hear you and help you. All right? Thank you, guys. Practice.